attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Your attention, please. This is the final event of the evening. One fall or the 10 p.m. curfew for the Canadian Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. This bout, as you can see, will be fought in a steel cage. Introducing first in the blue corner, the former All-Star of the Canadian Football League, weighing 301 pounds, Angelo King Kong Mosca. His opponent in the red corner, from Iran, weighing 260 pounds, the Canadian Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Hossein, the Great Arab. Special National Wrestling Alliance referee for this event, George Scott. One fall or the 10 p.m. curfew.
Well, Billy Red Lions, this is it. No bout, in recent times at least, has been talked about more than this one. Just to bring our fans up to date, the last meeting between these two for the Canadian Championship ended up with Hossein, the Great Arab, retaining his title because he ran away.
That's right.
So they've instituted, as you can see, this massive steel cage. They have locked the door behind him, so there is absolutely no running away this time.
And the special referee for this match has been appointed by the NWA, George Scott. He's been around the wrestling profession for a number of years now. There we see Hossein the Arab checking this cage, looking if there's any way he can possibly get out. Somebody forgot to latch the gate there, and Angelo goes to work.
All right, they've locked the door. You can see referee George Scott doing that right now as Angelo Mosca goes to work on his greatest adversary since the years in the Canadian Football League, Hossein the Great Arab.
On Monday, February the 2nd at 8 p.m., Maple Leaf Wrestling will return to the Brantford Civic Center, featuring all the stars seen here on Maple Leaf Wrestling, including the new Canadian Heavyweight Champion, Angelo King Kong Mosca. And on Sunday, February the 1st at 7:30 p.m. in Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens, Frank Tunney presents another spectacular card. The Masked Destroyer will be there, along with Louis Lawrence. Cowboy Frankie Lane will be there, also Jim Nelson. Johnny Weaver will take on Jimmy the Superfly Snuka. The great Hossein Arab will go up against George Wells. United States Heavyweight Champion Rick Nature Boy Flair will risk his title against Greg Valentine. And then a Canadian Heavyweight title match. No disqualifications in this one. Angelo King Kong Mosca, the champion, will put his title on the line against the Russian Bear Ivan Koloff. Remember, that's Sunday, February 1st, 7:30 p.m., Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens.
Ring now from the floor, or at least that cage from the floor up. We're talking very close to 12 feet.
Yes, we are. From the top of that cage to the floor is approximately 12 feet. Angelo choking Hossein the Arab, and you notice, John, he's in between the ropes and the cage, inside the ring. There's no way he's going to get out of there unless he climbs over the top of that cage. And if the camera does get a close-up of the top bar on that cage, you'll notice the steel barbs sticking up on the top of it. So it's almost impossible to climb out of that thing without risking serious injury.
So it's highly unlikely that that would be an escape route for either one.
Oh, and Angelo caught him with a beautiful chop there. You heard that one all over the garden. And drops that 301 pounds right to the chest of Hossein the Arab. Hossein kicks out. Angelo now with a reverse chin lock. George Scott, special referee, checks for the choke.
The last time these two met, it was a bloody affair. Both of them came out sporting cuts and bruises and bandages.
That's right. They both had their heads spread open. No telling what will happen here tonight.
We had a dandy about going, Bill, until Hossein decided to exit very, very abruptly.
Well, the last time they met, like you say, he crawled out of the ring and he just refused to return. He got counted out. He knew he wouldn't lose his belt. Good move by Angelo. Hooked that top rope, hung on, and Hossein misses the drop kick.
But Ange also felt the fury of that wire mesh that encompasses them right now.
Well, every time you get thrown into that top rope, 9 times out of 10, you wind up hitting that steel cage as well. And if you notice, right in the center of the cage on each side of the ring, there's a big steel reinforcing bar that goes up the middle. So if you ever hit that head on, it'll be game over. Very dangerous matches, these cage matches.
Angelo Mosca, 301 pounds. And he put it to good use right there.
Almost. Like 2.5. Well, as Angelo said before, there's one thing that he wants more than anything in his life, and that's the Canadian heavyweight belt.
And that's what this is all about right here.
He said if I could win that, that would be the biggest thrill of my life since the last Grey Cup team I played on, which was, what, 1972 at the Hamilton?
1972, the last time the Ticats won it, of course. And not too many titles have eluded Angelo Mosca.
No, but so far,
this one has.
This one has. Angelo asked for this cage match. Oh, and a good move by Mosca. Reversed the tables on Hossein the Arab. He must have tripped going in there, John. He went upside down into that turnbuckle. Now Angelo goes to work on Hossein the Arab in the corner with those, what he calls his scientific kicks. George Scott is there to give him a count. You must break before the count of 4.
Angelo Mosca stalking the great Hossein Arab. He is not a very popular individual here in Maple Leaf Wrestling. You probably have gathered that. That's usually Angelo Mosca who delivers that particular blow, but this time the Arabs sort of turned the tables. Angelo Mosca a bit dazed at this point in his quest for the Canadian title.
Right now, it's Hossein the Arab in the driver's seat. Comes off with that flying elbow of his. Goes for the pin once again. Not quite enough.
For those of you who may have joined us late, we have a special referee in this caged ring. He is George Scott, appointed by the NWA, who is watching very closely this title match between the challenger, Angelo Mosca, and the champion, the great Hossein Arab. He gets a 2 count for Big Ange, but a former star of the Hamilton Tiger Cats breaks it just in time. And there is the chant, Bill.
Yes. The people have started. Baldy, Baldy, Baldy. They know that this upsets them, and they feel that if this is going to help, if it will help Angelo Mosca, they'll just shout that much harder.
And now the chokehold on Mosca. He just waits till the count, and then in the nick of time stops. Of course, as we've said on many an occasion in the past, you sort of throw the rule book out the window.
Yes, you do.
When the Arab is involved.
That's right. He just throws it out the window. Now George Scott has had enough, and he just grabs hold of Hossein the Arab and pulls him off physically.
Well, that's one way of doing it, Bill.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see George Scott into this thing before it's over. Now Hossein the Arab with another kick to the chest of Angelo Mosca.
Well, almost anything can happen. Uh-oh. And Big Ange is really getting a working over right now.
Hossein the Arab.
That's about the 3rd 2 count that Hossein has received in the past 5 minutes.
And you know, John, I think this is one of the longest periods as far as time is concerned that I've seen Angelo Mosca be on the receiving end.
A good shot of the caged affair here at Maple Leaf Gardens for the Canadian Championship. The last time these two met, the great Hossein Arab left the ring. And you can see Mosca in some sort of a convulsion. I think he's just getting his dander up right now. And look out. Maybe Mosca has had enough.
Well, there's a good close-up there of that reverse chin lock on Angelo. And, you know, John, like I've said so many times, you beat on this Angelo for so long. But finally he'll get on track. And when he does, I don't want to be around, especially if I'm going to be on the receiving end.
You could see the sweat pouring off Angelo Mosca just moments ago on that close-up of his face. There's a huge crowd here on hand, which is an indication of the popularity of this sport of wrestling here at Maple Leaf Gardens. And that, of course, is accounting for the rather hot atmosphere surrounding this particular bout this evening. This has been written up in all of the papers. This is the one most people have been waiting for. Angelo Mosca in his quest for the Canadian title. And he's in trouble right now.
He certainly is. And you mentioned for the Canadian title, which is recognized by the NWA. And Angelo goes behind and catches that sweeper. And John, this could be it. There's no place for that Hossein to go this time. The last time they met, Angelo had caught him in the sleeper and he ran away. However, he's inside of that steel cage tonight. He does make it into the ropes, but he's not going to be able to get out of that ring unless he climbs over the top. And like I mentioned earlier, the camera hasn't picked it up, but there's steel barbs sticking out of the top of that, and Angelo reaches up, grabs himself a handful of trunks, and pulls Hossein down to the mat.
With all the strength that has been sapped from Angelo Mosca, I don't think that he could get the sleeper that he wanted to moments ago.
No, and chances are he didn't get him hooked properly. There's a good close-up of the barbs.
That's right.
On the top.
You can see the barbed wire at the very top.
If he's to pull him off there, he could tear those arms open, those hands open. And then what's Angelo trying to pull him off? Or is he trying to, he's in a position there where he's going to try to ram that head into that top bar. However, Hossein the Arab has managed to get a foot in there. He's trying to block him. Now he's trying to reach. He reaches around and grabs a handful of hair and rams Angelo Mosca into that bar instead.
Now, I don't know whether the Arab was trying to escape or just trying to get up real high.
Well, I think at first he was trying to escape.
Well, Angelo, of course, had different ideas, but Mosca right now is indeed in a weakened state.
He certainly is. And Hossein the Arab managed to reach around, grab a handful of hair, and ram Angelo's head into that top rail on the cage.
He has also opened a cut on Angelo Mosca's forehead. And he is bleeding profusely from that area. You can see it. He really is. Now, whether or not he caught it on a barb.
No doubt he caught it on the barb or on that steel bar on the top of the cage. And now, Hossein the Arab takes him by the back of the hair and rams him into that cage once again. Remember, right over that, rammed him head first into that cage, and it was in the middle of one of them side sections there, John. So it looks like Angelo hit that center bar once again. Now, Hossein the Arab continues to pound his head into the mat in the center of the ring.
He continues to work on the forehead of Angelo Mosca as Mosca tries to stagger to his feet.
Mosca catches him with a good right to the midsection. Coming in, but not enough to stop him.
No, it isn't.
Throws a right to the head. Angelo, if he'd caught him with that one, John, but that would have slowed the Arab down. Now the Arab starts to bite at the forehead of Angelo Mosca. George Scott right on top of the situation. Now the Arab proceeds to grind the head of Angelo Mosca into that steel cage. There's a good shot of what he's doing to the head of
the forehead of Angelo Mosca. Mosca comes back with a shot to that midsection again, but not enough to stop the Arab.
Many times we have seen Angelo Mosca come back from situations similar to this, but you begin to wonder, Bill, but look out.
Oh, and the Arab went head first into that cage and hit that center bar, that center support bar on the far side. Now the Arab's head is split wide open. People are just going crazy. Everybody in the building is standing. Now Angelo hogs away at the head of Hossein the Arab. Everybody's standing. Now the Arab trying to climb over the top. He realizes he's in big trouble now. Now Angelo turns him around. Down they come with Hossein the Arab on top. Angelo with that foot out over that bottom rope. And I think it was... No, what do we got, John? What have we got?
It was only a 2 count. George Scott indicates that it was only 2. And the lights go back off. Actually, the house lights here at Maple Leaf Gardens came on. They thought it was a 3 count. No, it was not. It was only 2. Now there's 2. And Mosca gets another lease on life. Look at the blood pouring out of Hossein Arab.
Not only the Arab, but Angelo Mosca, too. Once again, the Arab tries to climb up. Look at that blood running off the top of the head. Angelo with a scoop slam. 1, 2, 3. Hey, John, that's it. The new Canadian champion. New Canadian heavyweight champion, Angelo King Kong Mosca. And listen to the people.
The place is going wild. Angelo Mosca has realized a dream.
Now Hossein the Arab, beside himself, has attacked George Scott. In comes Tony Parisi, George Wells, Dewey Robertson, trying to restore some sense of order. Dewey Robertson, George Wells pick up Angelo Mosca. And look at Dewey Robertson. He's more excited, I think, than Angelo Mosca.
The winner of the match, 16 minutes, 5 seconds, and new Canadian heavyweight wrestling champion, Angelo King Kong Mosca.
Look at the blood on Hossein the Arab as he made his way down that ramp. Now there we see Dewey Robertson putting the belt around the waist of Angelo Mosca. And John, Angelo finally done it.